My age is 30-something. But
Meet Kenyan Kombani, a writer whose book The Last Villains of Molo is based on one of the country's darkest vices, tribalism. The fictional work of art remembers a dark chapter in Kenya's history, the 1992 Molo clashes, which left over 2,000 people dead. Fast forward to another election in 2007, and Kenya was nearly brought to its knees by the eruption of post-poll violence. Only this time round, the problem spread like an epidemic, touching each and every Kenyan's life in one way or another. In his book, Kombani depicts a fairy tale ending, with the two main characters fostering reconciliation for their two adversarial communities through a marriage and rebuilding of a broken community.
So it's a kind of fairy tale ending. It's a kind of a wish, what we wish everyone was to do. The kind of thing I think now practically, there are some age-old issues, for instance, issues of land that have been over the years. They've been in the particular hotspots.
He, like other Kenyans, remains concerned over the nature of Kenyan elections, with various communities using the exercise as the perfect guise to vent out their simmering tensions.
This hostility will not rise up, but the elections now becomes a cause for conflict. The politicians also, on the other hand, don't really help much, because we wish they would actually go on the ground to spread the message of peace rather than just saying it from Nairobi.
During the 2007 election, the tension that remained silently confined in pockets of the country took on a national scale that left over 1,000 people dead and thousands others internally displaced, as millions of others watched their homes, farms and businesses destroyed. This a reality inherited from a lack of adequate governance structures, corruption and the erosion of confidence in key institutions responsible for ensuring fair play.
You recall the biggest problem we had in 2007 was the fact that Kenyans, all of us, did not have confidence in the Kiviti-led ECK. In 2007, Kenyans did not trust the judiciary. And a section of the political elite said it openly that they would rather go to the streets than go to court, because they did not expect justice from the courts. And we saw a sense in which there was partisan involvement of the police and the security sector in the elections.
The result was sheer anarchy as neighbor turned on neighbor. However, a reconciliatory tone was struck, with both the incumbent President Mwai Kibaki and his main challenger Raila Odinga agreeing to form a unitary government. The country, however, needed a change in direction that could only be realized through a new constitution to deliver not only a better and trustworthy electoral system, but also a dispute resolution mechanism to avoid the recurrence of the violence.
Kenyans will look at the IEBC. What is it that they will do differently from the ECK that we had in 2007? What it is that they will give Kenya and Kenyans that will inspire confidence, so that Kenyans will have trust in the final election results that they will announce, that we want a judiciary that can assure Kenyans at every step that it will be a transparent and accountable judiciary that is able to dispense justice fairly and justly and efficiently. Police service that can give us confidence as Kenyans that they will be non-partisan and remain neutral and impartial in these elections, so that they only play the role that they are supposed to play, that is to provide security and ensure law and order for all Kenyans, regardless of your political opinion or ideology.
However, one ghost still looms in the shadows: the question of historical injustices and reconciliation.
My biggest worry now is that there are people who have seen violence in 1992, in 1997, in 2002, and now they are older and they are wiser. They not only can defend themselves, but they can also arm themselves and attack their neighbors.
Some of them have let us down as Kenyans. We must say that openly. The Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission, TJRC, is one critical commission which we thought could help us put to rest some of these grievances that we've had over the time. But we've seen total failure in the Truth, Justice and Reconciliation Commission helping to address this.
It is 5 years to the day that Kenyans held what is probably the darkest election in history. However, 2 years ago, we decided to change our constitution and put in place new structures that will change the way we are governed. This time round, it is hoped that as we move towards the ballot, Kenyans will trust the same systems that they fought so hard to put in place. For Citizen TV, I'm Henry Githaiga in Nairobi.